I'm going to have a little inbox preview look at this kit here, which is the HobbyBoss Models 148 scale F6F-3 Hellcat, the early variation. So we'll have a go around of our box art there. This is actually a really brilliant picture here with the zero going down there, which is pretty neat. And pretty much this is just telling us the length of the aircraft when built there. Nothing too special. And on the side we get a little blurb here on the aircraft itself, and then some decal options. So we've got that older style with like the pale blue, and then the three-tone camouflage on this guy here. One's from the USS Essex and the other one is the USS Princeton. And on the side here, so we're looking at kit number 80338. And is that the same as the other one with the shark teeth on? Yeah, so that's the same as that other aircraft there, and then the writing in Chinese there, I guess. So we will open it up and we'll have a look at the kit. And so I have a super mask for this that's available. It's for the Hasegawa kit, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. Hellcat's a Hellcat, so this is just one of those really nice Montex masks, and you really need the canopy mask for this aircraft because it's kind of the way the canopy is. Like, we'll go over the decals first. So you've got this aircraft here, which is actually really nice looking. I kind of like it better than the three-tone scheme. And it's calling for Mr. Hobby, Vallejo, Model Master, Tamiya, and Humbrol. I wonder why they have the Model Master there anyways, because they're just giving you... Oh, and the Humbrol too. It's just one color on there, so... and then this one, it looks like Mr. Hobby is pretty much your only option here for this particular variation. And then it's telling us here what the aircraft, like where it was from. So, like this one here with the shark teeth is a pretty famous Hellcat. I'm sure anybody who's a Hellcat enthusiast will know that one. And we will have a look at the instructions here. Nothing too big on these. Like, you're going right into your cockpit build, which looks like there's quite a bit of parts for a 148 scale fighter in the cockpit area. And then you've got an actual full engine in there. And then here's our wings, which looks like we got a wing fold section. And oh wait, sorry, this is the poster style fold out, so we're not at that step yet. So we got the main sort of the landing gear, and then the the main sort of spar for the wings there. So we're going to have a wing fold, which I really dislike wing folds. And you can see they've actually got the ribbing inside of the aircraft there. So, like, I guess if you want to have it battle damaged and all torn open or something, you could actually detail it out quite nicely. And then fitting the fuselage to that sort of like main wing section, and then you've got the wings going on in the fitting of the rockets there, and it looks like pretty detailed assemblies in here for the wings. I really don't like wing folds. Like, they should give you two sets of wings, because I really hate doing the wing folds. And then when you put them together, like sure, in real life there would be like a pretty good gap in there, I would imagine, but they should give you two sets of wings so it doesn't look so bad when you put the wings on there. And then there's our wing fold position there. It looks pretty basic, pretty simple to fold these, and they should be in the right in the right spot. And then you've got an option for a bomb and a fuel tank there, and that's about it. And then here's just showing our decal sheet and our sprues. So there isn't actually a whole lot to it. So I'll pull some of the parts out here. Like, I don't really want to get too much of this out. Like, you can see the instruments here, there really is nothing. Like, they're just little little holes or whatever. So if you have photo etch instruments, this would be perfect for that. Quintaset obviously is the best option, and then other than that, you're going to be using decals. And then this is our exhaust. That's why it's like that. It's the little you should be able to see it, like the exhaust around there, so it's protected in there pretty good. And then we have our main cowling here, which the cowling actually looks really awesome. I'm guessing these open and close, so I would think, like, I'm not too big on the Hellcat, so I don't know if those actually have an option for closing or not, because you're going to be stuck in this position, obviously. So here's our nose section, pretty highly detailed and very well done. You can see the riveting, and even the riveting, if you look in there, you can see they do look like the little like the push and turn rivets and stuff. So that's pretty nice. And we'll go into our main bag here. I'll just open it up. It'll just take me a second here. Get that out of the way, and we'll look at the fuselages first. Oh, they look pretty excellent. You can see the amount of detail in there. You can see like the rivets around here, and then like how this is like they have that real distinctive like, I don't know how the paneling is put on there, but it's real distinctive on the Hellcat. And I believe the Wildcat's the same thing. And then the tail, it's a shame this isn't a separate piece, but you can see how well done the texture is on that. Like, amazing, like the fabric detail on there. Looks really great. And then the aerial integrated in there, it's pretty nice too. I like when they're like that because it makes them a little bit stronger. And then here's our rail for the canopy there. And our cockpit, I'm guessing that's the headrest on there. It's pretty excellent, I'd say. You can see our fuselage there. We'll just flip it around, and the stick is very delicate. Sometimes they get carried away with these and they're too thick. Like in real life, a guy's hand wouldn't even fit on there. So here's our tail, which again, it's pretty excellent. You can see the relief on there. And this one's not like one of the like the Trumper HobbyBoss ones where they have like a 10 billion rivets all over them, so, are like recessed rivets. So it looks pretty great. And here's our seat, and on the inside, yeah, it's got all the little things in there. I'm not sure if that's plumbing or if it's just framework or what it is in there. So like, if you wanted to have it all cut away or have a section taken out of it, it would be very easy with this. I don't know why they included it the way they did. It's really neat that they've done that. So that's our main fuselage, and then here's our wings. Really nothing on the inside. And then here, so it looks like the holes for the rockets are open. You really have no choice there. You can always plug those up. And then our chutes here for the shell casings, and then there's our wings. You can see like how distinctive it is where the like access to the guns is. You can see the hinges on there. That's nice. I like that they haven't left those open. That's a real plus for this kit. And then this is a minus, having those molded in. But I mean, really, the ailerons, like, they would probably be in that position all the time anyways. I mean, unless it's actual flying or something, or doing pre-flight checks maybe. But yeah, the wings, everything looks really great. And nice that they haven't put like 10 million rivets on there. I'm not sure what this texture is on the plastic though. It's almost like it has a slight weird texture to it. I don't know if it would show up on camera or not, but it's almost like a smooth. It's different than the like the typical HobbyBoss plastic, in my opinion. And we'll have a look at the glass. So you have a pretty massive, like the piece that slides back for the canopy. I would definitely mask this. I would not, I mean, you could, like, there's enough of an edge here, you could probably cut the mask out, but I would want to be really precise with that because there's so much framing on it. And the glass is fairly excellent, like, it's very clear. It probably just needs to be like washed off. I don't know if it would need a buff or not, but it looks pretty clear, pretty excellent. in the separate piece here, I'm guessing this is probably different on different variations. That's why they made this a separate piece and not just all in one sprue. And it is all right. It's pretty clear. Nice looking canopy. And we'll go into, okay, so these pieces here, they could have just put all these in one big bag. I'm not sure if they're like crossover parts or what. So. Alright, so we've got that main part, and yeah, like they've paid attention where the rivets actually are. Like they're real, like those rivets, you like push them and you turn them type of thing, and they've really paid attention to where they are on here. And you can see the detail on them. It looks pretty excellent. And then obviously you have to fit your bomb racks and stuff on there. Again, they could be closed up, but you don't have to open them. It's pretty much being made as the one they're showing you on the box. And then here's our, I guess they're flaps on there, but they're like fabric. You can see how excellent the detail on them is for being like a fabric covered part, I guess. Like the detail is just excellent on there. And same thing on our tails. You can see the texture, and then how deep this groove is here. Like it looks like that piece has been put on there. And on this side you can see there, like really excellent. The changes in textures and things, and they didn't just put like a million rivets all over it, which is really nice. So, and then those are the mechanisms for our wing folds there, which look pretty good. And we have our last sprue here. And so this one's got our weapons on here, which the bombs look excellent. They've got the little fuse there in our landing gear. All our various little pieces here, the fins for the rockets, and the rockets look excellent too. Like you can see how they're very delicate. This little like band thing or whatever it is that holds the rocket on, it's very delicate. And then our wheels, they're actually open, which is a real nice touch, and you can see the texture, like the tread pattern on there. And a really delicate landing gear. Our engine pieces here, and then, which I'm a very big fan of, these propellers. And these actually have a little, I don't know if this actually is on there, like this little line, or if it's just painted on, because they've incorporated a panel line on there for that. But I like that it's all one piece. And then here's our fuel tank, which is pretty highly detailed also. And our engine, really nice engine. It's not, to me it's not a big deal. I really don't care about these engines, but if it is something you care about, like it's there. But I mean, if you're really going to detail out an engine, I would get like a resin one or a little nicer one than this, but it is there. So if you had to have it, it's there. But here's our landing gear, the inside of our gear doors there, and then there's our bomb racks, pretty simple, and the propeller again. And lastly, we have the decals, so we'll have a look at those, which I'm not usually impressed by the decals by Trumpeter and HobbyBoss. So we'll see here. Okay, there's just tape the one side. Like their decals, these might actually be a little better than the other. I like the way that there's not much carrier film. There's almost no carrier film whatsoever on these, which is actually excellent. It's quite squared off, the film on these, so I would recommend like cutting the number 2s there and number 30s. I recommend cutting them so that they're they're more rounded in that, so like the light doesn't catch underneath and silver them. Then here, like, they've put a real minimum amount of carrier film on there. I really like that. They did an excellent. These are perfectly usable. Here's all our little various markings in there, and then our instruments, which they look passable. You probably will never see them anyways, but they're there. And so this was just basically a preview look, which I think it actually looks excellent. Like, it looks pretty simple, and these things are very cheap. I believe this one here is a very cheap kit. Some of the HobbyBoss ones will be like in the $20 range, and then some of them will be like in the $40 to $50 range, even though they're just like single engine fighters. I don't really know why that is, but I believe this is on the cheaper end, and it actually looks excellent. It does have the wing fold in there if that's what you want. So this is the HobbyBoss model 148 scale F6F-3 Hellcat, the early variant. And thank you for watching.